Yeah. You stand. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone. Thank you all so much. Please come, friend. We have people all the way in the temple. Please, everyone, kindly move forward. Okay, Hare Krishna. Again, welcome everyone. And again, a very happy Krishna conscious New Year to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Anyone who's here for the first time, we didn't get a chance to welcome earlier. Shh. Thank you. Anyone here for the first time, we didn't get a chance to welcome earlier? Yes. What's your name, bro? Shubham. You're from NC State? Okay. So let's welcome Shubham from NC State University. Yes, please. What's the name? I didn't hear, sir. Jiten? Okay, okay. And are you from the area? Okay. Which place? Cary? Okay. Okay. All right. So we'd like to welcome Jiten from Cary area. Hello. Anyone else for the first time? Okay. Where is? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. As I mentioned, like those are here for the first time. We have a QR code there and also a guest book. So please scan the QR code. You can update your information there. In that way, we can keep in touch with you. We can update you about all our festivals and upcoming programs. So our program now is, let's first of all warmly welcome His Holiness bkgoswami Maharaj. Hri Bol. So we would like to thank, we have been having Kirtan in the temple since 10 in the morning, and it's like non-stop devotees have been coming and Kirtan has been going on. It's been so wonderful. We'd like to thank all the devotees who came, led the Kirtan, and we are going to continue the Kirtans with His Holiness Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So Maharaj will also speak and also lead Kirtans. And then after that, we'll have one more Kirtan, and then we'll have Prasadam downstairs. And yeah, so also requesting everyone, if you can kindly come forward, because always during the class, we have people walk in, and then they are at the door and they have no space to squeeze in. So if you can kindly come forward. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Okay, so first we're going to have a little talk about New Year's, but before that, I'm going to chant Jai Radha Madhava. So my request is that there be no cartels and only a Nadi, that's him, will play the drum, because my ears are very sensitive. And I want to keep them for a few more years, a few more New Years. We've kept them so far. So, all right. So first we'll chat Jai Radha Madhava. Today we're going to use the guitar. Normally for the Sunday program, we don't use the guitar, but today we could be more liberal than normal. That's all right. So Nadi, you could play, and then we also have a bass player. Ready? You got the bass ready? It's not too ready. Anyway, we'll chant Jai Radha Madhava without the bass right now. This will be soft. The later kirtans are going to be a little heavy, so get ready. Try to follow the melody. It's a little different than what you're used to. Jai Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Rana Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihare. Gopi Jana Pallava, Jaya Giri Badare, Jaya Giri Badare, listen, Hare. Jaya Gopi Jana Pallava, Jaya Giri Badare, Jaya Giri Badare, Yasoda Nandana, Jaya Brajajana Ranjana. Good. Yamuna Tira Panacharya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Kunja Bihare. Yamuna Tira Panacharya Jaya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Kunja Bihare. Tira Panacharya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Rana Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Rana Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Rana Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihare. You could be louder with the bass. Gopi Jana Pallava, Jaya Giri Badare, Jaya Giri Badare, Gopi Jana Pallava, Jaya Giri Badare, Jaya Giri Badare, Yasoda Nandana, Jaya Prajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Panacharya Kunja Bihare, Jaya Kunja Bihare. Jaya Rana Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihare. You can go louder. Rana Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You can even be louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Randa Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihate. Jaya Randa Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihate. Jaya Kunja Vihare. Jai Om Vishnupad. Paramahansa Paravitakacharya. Om Sutara Sutashi Shivad. His Divine Grace Abhaya Charanada Bhaktivedanta Goswami. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya. Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda Sidwaita Gadadha. Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radhakrishna Gopa Gopadas. Shyam Kunda Radhakunda. Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavanam Ki Jai. Maturam Ki Jai. Jagadavasami Ki Jai. Yamunamai Ki Jai. Shrimati Tulasidevi Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Gaur Premananda Hari Hari Bol. All glory is the assembled devotees, all glory is the assembled devotees. All glory is the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga Shilpopad Ki Jai, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. Krishna Pristaya Budale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pachari. Nirashesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dejatarni. So we'd like to welcome everybody to New Galoka and wish everybody a happy new year. So we wanted to talk for a few minutes and before we do more music about the significance of New Year. It's interesting. So Om Gana Timidanda Shah Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Meditam Yena Tasmai Shigadame Namaha. So what is New Year? Of course, it's the new year. But it's really a subjective date. It's not objective. Objective means that every culture would celebrate its New Year today. It's not true. Because in India, it's not New Year. I mean, we have our own New Year in India. But in the Western world, we follow this, what's called the Gregorian calendar, and we celebrate January 1st as New Year's Day. So it's the day itself is not so significant. It's not, it really doesn't matter. You know, like I talked to some people yesterday who should remain nameless to protect the guilty. And they said, oh, I want to stay up all night long. All night long, wait until the new year hits. I said, what's the difference? Of course, they weren't having a kirtan all night long. God knows what they were doing. But anyway, so it's always good to have kirtan. It's a good excuse to have kirtan, but that's not really the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that New Year is a time for reflection. Reflection means to look back. You reflect on what happened over the past year, what happened over the past 10 years, and in my case, what happened over the last 73 years, a long time. And probably I remember every minute of it, especially after I joined the Krishna conscious movement. So you reflect. What did I do well? When did I act to fulfill the purpose of my life? When did I contribute to people? And when did I do what? The opposite. When did I waste time? Because time is very limited. The Vedic literatures say with every rising and setting of the sun, a day is lost, finished. You can't get it back. There's no question of a time machine. You know, Jules Verne, the time machine, turn yourself. Well, he didn't turn himself back into a young person, but he was able to travel in time. So it's lost and you haven't really accomplished anything. Or maybe you have accomplished something. And then if you haven't accomplished anything spiritual, guess what? It's gone. It's gone. You know, how many meals have I eaten? Of course, prasadam is not gone. That's always contributing to my spiritual welfare. But how many times I've eaten, how many times I've gone to sleep? 73 years. How many nights is that? Does anyone do a quick calculation? 73 times 306. I can't do it that quickly. So what do I have to show for it? An old body. Use your calculator for that right now. So what do I have to show for it? Of course, every minute that I have been serving Krishna, that's not lost. There's no loss of diminution in spiritual activities. You get to keep it. You take it with you, even to the next birth. Like if you're 10% spiritually conscious, Krishna conscious, the next birth, you start from that point. And if you're extremely wealthy or powerful in this world, in the next birth, you start from zilch. Of course, I have to translate that. Nada. Shunya. What other words do we have? Zero. Oh, sorry about zero. Zed. You start from nothing. So I have to look back, and all of us should look back and see, you know, when do we do something that contributed to either our own spiritual upliftment or other people's spiritual upliftment, or at least help people? What can we be proud of? And what are we embarrassed by that we wasted our time in? Okay, so that's reflection. And then what you do is you think about from now on, what am I going to do about that? Not that you just cry over spilled milk. Some people are very much inclined towards lamentation and hankering, of course, Shochati, Kangshati. They're crying, oh no, I wasted my life. What am I going to do? Woe is me. Well, then you just wait another 5 minutes crying. Some people are very like obsessive compulsive about these things. Oh no, how can I be forgiven? Oh, I'm horrible, I'm terrible, I'm useless, I'm hopeless. Okay, we agree. So do something about it. I remember with Prabhupada, if someone made a mistake, Prabhupada, of course, is our founder Acharya. If someone made a mistake, the devotee would sometimes beat himself up and say, I must be useless, Prabhupada. And Prabhupada would just like chastise him for saying he was useless. So you might think, oh, that's humility. It's not humility. Prabhupada would say, what are you going to do about it? You know, how are you going to make a change so it doesn't happen again? Okay. So this is what is called New Year's resolutions. Some of you have heard about this before. Resolutions means I resolve over the next year, and you write them down, to be a good boy or a good girl. And I resolve, depending, where you are situated spiritually, to read a certain amount of the scriptures every day, or to chant a certain amount every day, or to at least help people materially, help a lot of old ladies cross streets. Because here we don't have a lot of old ladies. We do, actually. But we... So you resolve to do something about it. And that, of course, is called a vrat, or Sanskrit, a vrata. You make a vow or promise, and you stick to it. Now, how do you stick to vows? It's very difficult because, as they say, promises are meant to be broken. You've heard that before. Well, there's a way that I can give you that'll help you stick to vows. And that's called cultivating the mode of goodness. There's 3 modes of nature. Anyone know them? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. Which one do you like? Pick one. Pick one and stick to it. So New Year's is usually, for most people, it's ignorance, because they get drunk and they talk about what? A hangover the next day. You don't know what that is. Thank God. It's too young to know about these things. So mode of goodness, we cultivate the mode. So how do we cultivate the mode of goodness? Because the mode of goodness gives you firm determination in accomplishing your goals, especially spiritual goals. Mode of passion is not so bad because it gives you firm determination to make a lot of money. So those of you who are interested in making a lot of money, cultivate the mode of passion. Not really. You can make a lot of money in the mode of goodness too. So, and the mode of ignorance, you never go beyond what? Anyone know this verse in Bhagavad Gita? Dreaming, procrastination, putting off for tomorrow what you can do today. Does anyone ever do that? Nobody's telling the truth here. Yeah. We all do it from time to time. Oh, yeah, I got some homework assignment. I'll just put it off. I remember I went to the university. There was this thing called pulling an all-nighter. You wouldn't study the whole semester or quarter. And then 12 hours before the exam, you'd study. That's called the mode of ignorance. And then you forget everything you studied. You did an A on the test, but you forgot everything that you studied that last night. So that's not determination. That's ignorance. So we should cultivate the mode of goodness. And in doing that, then we get this thing called drita vrata, the firm determination. And Krishna, of course, says in the Bhagavad Gita, what's it? Yesham twandakatam Yananam punya karmanam didwandva moha nirmukta abhajanti mam drita vrata. Uses this expression, drita vrata. If one wants to have firm determination, you have to be free from pop, which basically means staying in the mode of goodness. And how do you stay in the mode of goodness? Association. You keep good association. You associate with those in the mode of goodness, not those who are taking intoxication, not those who are, let's say, doing things, eating meat, whatever. You associate with people in the mode of goodness. You eat food in the mode of goodness. Your lifestyle is geared towards the mode of goodness, with what time you wake up, what time you go to sleep, etc., like that. Because I can give you many hints, and I'm not going to go through the whole list right now. But if you do that, you'll actually be firmly determined. And if you keep as your goal Krishna consciousness. Now, we have some ideals of determination and vows in the Vedic literatures. The first one I can think of is Lord Ramchandra, who took a vow to only have one wife, Ekapatni Vrata. And there were so many ladies who wanted to marry him. And that, in those days, it was all right. You could have 16,108 wives. Not many. But Krishna did it, right? And that was Dwapara Yuga. That was after the Treta Yuga in which Lord Ramchandra appeared. So, and even Dasarath, he had 3 wives. He ended up in trouble because of one of them. Right? Kaikeyi. So, but so many people fell in love with Lord Ramchandra and just said, Eka Patni Vrata. Even that very beautiful girl, Surpanaka, fell in love with him. I mean, who could resist someone like that? I mean, just because she had a big belly, that doesn't mean she was not attractive. Anyway, as mentioned in the Ramayana. So he's an ideal. Another ideal is grandfather Bhishma. Oh, it's emergency. So another ideal is grandfather Bhishma, who stuck to his vows. I mean, sometimes we can say he should have changed his vow, but that's another subject matter. He's another personality. And anyway, there's many, many personalities. The 4 Kumaras, their father asked them, the 4 Kumaras, their father asked them to get married. And what do they say? And who was their father? What? Brahma. Their father was Brahma. I mean, he's the head of the whole universe, the biggest devotee, in charge of everything. You don't want to disobey Lord Brahma. But they just were so determined. What? Yeah, Haridas Thakur. Maya Devi herself approached Haridas Thakur. So anyway, not to go into a very long lecture about this because we want to do some kirtan. But the point is to make some promise, practical promise. Don't do something impractical. I'm going to chant 128 rounds every day. You know, be practical. Don't have unrealistic expectations about yourself. Maybe it's just 1 round a day. Maybe 1 round a day. Maybe going to the temple once a month. Maybe reading 1 page in the Srimad Bhagavatam a day. And of course, following the regulated practices and principles of Krishna consciousness, and then you'll be happy. As Krishna says, we're hearing this morning in the class. Krishna says, Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitramida Mutamam Prachakshav Bhagavam Dharyam Shushukam Kartamaviyam. That means you get unlimited happiness because the mode of goodness gives you happiness. We may be thinking, oh, mode of goodness. I want that passion happiness. Well, the problem with happiness in the mode of passion is what? Who does anyone know? It's nectar in the beginning, and then it's like poison. Oh my God, I gotta pay for it. That's you understand? You pay to play, as they say. And happiness in the mode of goodness may appear a little challenging in the beginning. They say poison, but it's a little challenging. How can I do that? How can I read 1 page of Bhagavatam a day? And then you do it, and you feel some happiness. So that's the whole point. If we want to be happy, and we all want to be happy, Kevalananda Kanda, Bhaja Bhaja Bhai, Chaitanya Nidai. So we all want to be happy, Ananta, unlimited happiness. So it's just a question of cultivating the mode of goodness and trying to accept whatever spiritual activities that we could perform on a daily basis. And in this way, our mind will be peaceful, because without peace, there's no question of happiness. You know what I'm saying? You can't be happy unless you're peaceful. It's a prerequisite. Your mind is agitated, anxiety. How could you be happy? Okay, so that's the pep talk for today. So now we're going to chat, which is what we promised. So we have Ishwar there who's going to play the bass, and we have Anadi who's going to play the drum. And we'll see what we can do. We're going to chant Hare Krishna, different tunes. I have listed a bunch of tunes that I want to hear. How about we do the prayers of the Lord Nrsimha first? Everybody knows those. And most of you know this melody. You've heard me play it before. It's nice to see everybody here for New Year's. It's really nice. really nice. And there's prasadam downstairs, and there's all sorts of prasadam stalls. It's very nice. And the Krishna's given us such nice weather. A week ago would not have been so nice. Namaste, Nada Singaya. Balada Lad, Dayane. Hiranyakashi, Purvakshaha. You can be louder. Yakashi, Purvakshaha. Shilatamka, Nikolai. Ituna Singa, Padatuna Singo. Yato Yamita Tuna Singa. Bakir Singo, Nidaye the Singo. The Singamatim Shattered Nombra Pajoy. The Singamatim Shattered Nombra Pajoy. Tavagara come on up a braid, now come and put to sing. Dalita, Iranya Kasi put on a ring. Desa Trita, not a hurdy rupa, Jai the good is a day. Jai the good is a day. The good is a day. Tavakara kama laba brain, a kama buta sing. Tavakara kama laba brain, a kama buta sing. Ganita, Iranya Kasi Putano, Bringam. Pesava Dreta, not a rupa, the good is a day. The good is a day. The good is a day. Tavakara kama laba brain, a kama buta thing. Danita, Iranya Kasi Butana Bringam. Guy on the stringer Dave, singer Dave, the singer Dave, guy on the stringer Dave. Guy on the stringer Dave, the stringer Dave, the stringer Dave, guy on the stringer Dave. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. I am the string a Dave, the string a Dave, the string a Dave, I am the string a Dave. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Okay. Let's see. Okay, ready for another song? What? The drum in the back? What? No, it was the echo. I didn't see anyone playing it. Oh. Something simple this time. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Mutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Samaniti Namine. Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Guruvani Pacha, Vinay Nivasesha, Shunyavakade, Vasyachade, Satarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Bhakti Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Jaya Rat, Angalokananarad, Angalokananarad. Jaya Rat, Angalokananarad, Angalokananarad. Hey Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. I don't know if you all noticed, we broke a string on that one. There's not enough time to put a new one in, but anyway. So we're trying our best with one less string on the guitar. So maybe one more song. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, we have time. Time for one more. Is there some water somewhere? I'm definitely drenched. Wait until they get some water. She wanted to get some water. So anyway, you can see you can chant the holy names with any sort of instrument. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prays in his Shikshashtaka, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Shaktish Tetrapita Nivanta Smaranena Kala Tadrasi Taba Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi David Risham Ihani Anuraga. He says that basically, he says Krishna has invested all of his holy names, all of his potencies, transcendental potency in his holy names, like Krishna and Govinda. And there's no hard and fast rules for chanting these holy names. It's not like regular Vedic rituals that have to be said at a certain time of the day, and you have to do a purusharya beforehand. That means preliminary activities. You could chant anywhere and everywhere with any sort of instrument, with any sort of accompaniment. So let's chant one more Hare Krishna tune. This one's easy. It's just E minor and D. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You can clap. Everybody can clap. Very good. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No cartels. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Time's up. It's 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Okay. So did you Narayan Prabhu? Are you here? Okay, make your announcement.
Oh, bro.
Get a little old for that.
Hare Krishna. Okay, everyone, please be seated. Just a few minutes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, first of all, let's give a big Hari Bol to His Holiness Big Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! His Holiness Big Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki. Maharaj, I think there'll be more and more requests for you to lead Kirtans on Kirtan. Hari Bol! Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Okay. So thank you so much. So a few quick announcements. So again, welcome anyone who came late. Thank you so much for joining. We're so happy that you all came here on 1st of January to receive the special blessings of Shri Shri Radha Golokananda. So let's take this moment. Let's loudly chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We'll raise our hands and let this be a very prayerful Mahamantra where we are requesting Shri Shri Radha Golokananda, expressing our gratitude for all their blessings, at the same time praying that they actually give us more and more opportunities to deepen our devotion and more and opportunities to render service unto their lotus feet. So let's loudly, in a very prayerful mood, chant the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Shri Shri Radha Golokananda ki, Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki, Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. So few quick announcements. Today is a Sunday feast. The prasadam, which will be served out in a few minutes, was actually cooked by the devotees who received their first and second initiation just a couple of weeks back in Chicago with by His Holiness Pranath Swami Maharaj. So all those devotees came together and they actually did this as a service to the entire New Goloka community. So we'd like to congratulate all those devotees and also thank them for their service. Hari Bol! And also the prasadam stalls outside, they have been set up from morning 10 o'clock. And I just wanted to mention, thank them for their service. There's a group of families from Greensboro, and they actually planned the menu, did all the bhoga shopping, they prepared everything. They came here and everything they are doing, anything you buy, anything, it's all for the service of Shri Shri Radha Golokananda. So we'd like to thank them for their selfless service. Hari Bol! So when you go down for the evening feast prasadam, the stalls are still open if you like to get something. Anything you contribute is to the service of their lordships. Also, we'd like to thank the devotees who sponsored, 1st of January, very auspicious day to start the year with giving something to Shri Shri Radha Golokananda. So anyone would like to make any contributions, the entire Sunday feast is for 301, or you can sponsor the Artics. We had 5 Artics through the day, and there'll be one more at 7 p.m. So if you like, you can sponsor the Sandhya Artic for $108 of any or the Artics in the day for $108, right? So if you'd like to sponsor, make any sponsorship on the 1st of January, I'll be downstairs near the Prasadam table. You can stop by and make a donation, or you can use the temple kiosk here at the door. Also, those who sponsored, we'd like to thank them. So the feast is sponsored by SB Jhala Prabhu and Mataji. I'd like to thank them for their sponsorship. Also, we have Vishal Prabhu and Ritu Mataji. They sponsor the feast. Haribo. Also, the Arctic sponsorship, we have Gajendra Prabhu and family. Haribo. And also Saurabh Prabhu and family. And Abhinav and Anchal Mataji. We'd like to thank the devotees who are sponsored. Also, if you'd like to make any sponsorship, I'll be near the Prasadam tables. Thank you. Also, today, 1st of January, if you're, you can start the year by, actually, Maharaj mentioned this point, like reading Prabhupada's books, even if that's like one page of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you don't have the full set of Srimad Bhagavatam, or we have Brihad Bhagavatamrita sets and Prabhupada Leelamrita sets, any of these sets or Bhagavad Gita you don't have, please stop by the book table. It'll be near the Prasadam table. Please take a book and make a resolution that every day you'll read these transcendental books. These are very special books, and every day we nourish our consciousness by reading these books. So in case you don't have, please take some books with you, or you can take it and also distribute it to your friends, neighbors, families, etc. Also, one announcement is we have this wholesome devotee care. I think many of you are familiar with this program. It's been going on for 2 years now. Last year, we had a whole series of classes based on this. This is like a complete devotee care so that we can actually use our body, our mind completely in the service of Shri Shri Radha Golokananda. So it has different aspects to it. There are 5 different aspects. It focuses on the physical health, emotional health, cognitive health, social health, and spiritual health. So it's like a wholesome devotee care. And this year, for 23, we have a plan that every quarter of this year is dedicated to one particular theme. And we want everyone to really make a step to improve their health in that particular field. So first 3 months, January through March, we'll be focusing on the physical health. And then the next quarter will be on spiritual and cognitive health. And then health, after that will be emotional health. And the last part will be social health. So we have all these different aspects, and the way we are going to do it is like first quarter, let's say physical health, there's going to be like sessions that you can log in. It's going to be every Saturday morning, once a week, and they'll be very practical. We have some very experts whom we have contacted. They'll be coming on to Zoom sessions. They'll be giving practical tips about how we can improve our health in all different aspects, physical, emotional, and so on, right? So we are going to start off with the physical aspect, and this is one aspect that we are requesting everyone to register, and there's small registration fees to cover certain costs that we have. So the registration, you can register right today. So Nitai Gunmani Prabhu, are you here? Can you stand up? And Mataji, Josna Mataji. So they both will be near the Prasadam table. So if you like to register, you can just go to them and they will give you all the details. Or if you just want to register for the whole year, please contact them, stop by, give your email addresses. That way you will be updated with all the upcoming programs. Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Well, before I start off with the announcement, I must say, Maharaj, thank you very much for your wonderful kirtan. Your kirtans were absolutely mesmerizing, and it completely took my heart away. What better way to start a new year with Maharaj's kirtan? Let's give him a loud Haribol. Haribol. And I may have said this before, so I beg your pardon if I'm repeating, but Maharaj's Lord Nrsimhadev prayers are absolutely heart touching and warming. And I've said this before, and I'd like to say this again. When Maharaj sings Lord Narasimhadev's prayers, it just feels as if we are at Lord Narasimhadev's feet. How many of you feel that way? Very well. Thank you all very much. So again, wish you a very happy Krishna conscious New Year 2023. One of the things that we are starting this year is we are going to have birthday blessings. Now, what this means is that on your birthdays, we will actually be requesting special prayers from the deities, and the blessings will be given to you. You know, we all have this one day in our life. This birthday is one of the significant milestones. As it is, we live in a very uncertain world. There's so much of trials and tribulations that come. You know, Bhagavatam says, padam padam vipadam, that every step, you know, we might have any kind of uncertainty. There might be stress that might be coming up. And so what we do is that this one day is a significant day. And on this birthday of yours, it's a significant milestone, and we celebrate the progress moving forward. And the way we do that is we would have your name printed on a sheet like this. And this would be a weekly sheet. And this sheet, a copy of this, is actually placed on the altar. And our Pujari, His Grace Satyavat Prabhu, he actually reads out the names of these devotees whose birthday is in that week. And he requests Lord Narasimhadev to protect them. He makes prayers to Lord Narasimhadev for the protection of these devotees. He makes prayers to Panchatattva for devotion of all these devotees. And he prays to Sri Sri Radhagolokananda for the overall spiritual welfare of these devotees. And this is a really significant prayer that is being made out to obtain Srimati Radharani and Sri Radhagolokananda's blessings. As I said, a copy of this sheet is placed on the altar at the lotus feet of Radhagolokananda. And their blessings will then be shared, will be conveyed over to you on the day of your birthday. You will get a text message signed by Maharaj, and the blessings of Radhagolokananda would be delivered to you. You will also get an email. And if you don't see that email in your inbox, please check your junk folder. So you'll get an email with the blessings of Sri Sri Radhagolokananda. It's a service that we are starting this year, and we are really enthusiastically looking forward to serving you in this way. I request every single one of you to please take advantage of this. You will find this sheet placed right here on the kiosk. There's also a sheet like this placed at the bottom on the book table. And so if you look at the bottom right, there is a QR code. You could go ahead, point your smartphone camera to the QR code, and a form will come up. Go ahead and fill in your details. And then on the day of your birthday, you'll get the information. And so we request you, if you are not familiar with QR code, there's also a number provided at the bottom. You can contact that number. We request again all of you to please sign up and allow us to serve you by praying for you on your very special day, the birthday. Thank you.
So we'd like to thank Vikasanand Prabhu. He's taking this initiative, and it's a very nice program. And we are not asking for any charge. It's just a service to all the wonderful families. So please take this opportunity. All you need to do is just sign up, and Prabhu will be near the prasadam table. So you can also talk to him if you have any questions or anything you'd like to know. So thank you so much. So in another 10 minutes, we'll be starting the prasadam. But in the meantime, we also have one final kirtan. So we'll have one final kirtan by Nishant. So let's take this opportunity, and prasadam lines always, it takes some time. So please, sit for this kirtan, and then we'll proceed downstairs for prasadam. And as I said, the stall prasadam is still there. So if you'd like to contribute anything, buy some prasadam, feel free for that also. Hare Krishna, Shri Shri Radha Golokananda ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. And also on this 1st of January, just want to thank everyone for coming to the temple regularly, serving in so many different aspects, contributing to the temple. It is all your temple, like you are actually running this temple and by your service and contribution. So we'd like to thank everyone for being a part of our new Goloka temple. Hare Krishna.
And one more thing I'd like to mention is for all those of you who are new here, and I know there were a few of you before we started Maharaj's Kirtan, and some of you may have joined in. If you are not getting our emails and our mailers, then please do sign up and connect with us. We do send out weekly program information. It's really essential information about significant things, weekly programs, festivals, special events, and things like that we send out by email. Also, we send out mailers on Janmashtami. We send out calendars at the end of the year and so forth. So please do consider providing us that information and connecting with us. You can either, at the back, you'll see the table stand. You can scan, again, there's a QR code that says connect with us, add contact info.